Oké, julle, kom ons weer aan na camera distances toe, camera afstande. Dit het nou te doen met hoe ver die camera, dit wat die camera opneem vanaf dit wat die camera afneem is. If we look there is purpose behind the varying distances to highlight certain detail or to exclude certain detail as well. And if we think back to the mise en scene, it also tells us that this influences us as well. Can be increased or reduced, obviously, either by zoom or by moving the camera, or by fitting various lenses. And these camera distances are called shots, and that is what we're going to discuss now. I will also give you examples of types of shots on E-class a little bit later. Okay, the extreme long shot is exactly what it says. It shows the entire subject with lots of room around it, but because of the distance, the subject looks very small in the frame, with much of the surroundings visible. It can also be to show layout of a setting, used as an establishing shot at the start of a scene, so that the viewer has an idea of where the shot is going. If we move to the long shot, a little bit shorter than the extreme long shot, shows the entire subject with its surrounding. The entire body is still shown, but the space around the subject is less than an extreme long shot. You'll also be able to see more detail on the subject and less on the surroundings. The medium shot, shorter than the long shot, it's divided between the subject and its surroundings. In the case of a human subject, the shot will show the body from the waist or the knees up to the head. Usually the waist. This is also the most common shot, although it all depends on what you are trying to convey with your film as well. As you can see there, it says it's the shot frequently used in Hollywood films. Next up, you have the medium close-up. Subject takes up most of the frame, only the chest, shoulders, and head. If it's a human subject, of course, typically reminiscent of an ID photo, perhaps a little bit bigger than what you can see in an ID photo. Then you've got the close-up. Basically, perhaps more closer to an ID photo than this is. You see very little surroundings. The subject fills the lens, or fills the shot. If it's a human, it would show most or all of the head. There is an example of, not an example, it is to show intimate scrutiny of the characters, because you can see the changes of expression on their face. Typically, in a narrative, two characters kissing would often be used with a close-up so that you can see the expression and the emotion on each character's face. Then you've got the extreme long shot, extreme close-up. The subject or part of the subject fills the entire frame. There's no surroundings visible. Shot only as a part of the subject, often the eyebrows or a frown or a nose that you are trying to highlight, or a particular detail as well. This doesn't necessarily have to be a human subject. It doesn't necessarily have to be something that is alive. Next up is the cutaway shot. Now, the cutaway shot interrupts the existing preparation and quickly focuses the viewer's attention on something else. So the cutaway shot is there to basically end the scene and to move the viewer to something else, or to focus the viewer's attention on something else. I'll see you again in the next video.